Greetings, I'm meteorologist Blake Mathews, and thanks for stopping by. From the onset of my career back in 2007, I have covered some of the biggest weather events in history. Two of those events considered historic by any measure, such as the Great Texas Winter Storm of February 2021 and Hurricane Harvey in 2017. The latter of which I penned my first book about, entitled Harvey Hell, Off the Air and On the Ropes, found in any Barnes & Noble. Over the next few minutes, you'll get a flavor of some of the on-air work I've done over the years and see for yourself why weather continues to be the #1 reason people watch our broadcasts. Thanks for watching. It's obviously a complete catastrophe out here in southern Cook County. I want you to take a look at some of the damage around me, starting off with this piece of metal right here. Now, this is just one of several large pieces here strewn about at this particular gas station. Just those far outer bands still had winds of 30 to 40 miles per hour and that driving rain. I'll tell you, if you've ever driven through tropical rain, there is something different about it, and it comes down hard and it comes down fast. That is not usual. That is very unheard of, to have a system work its way across the Atlantic this early in the season and impact the state of Texas, much less the fourth largest city in the country, as a hurricane. And you're quickly running out of time. This is a destructive hailstorm underway right now in central Bastrop County. We are tracking a severe thunderstorm this afternoon in northern Tarrant and southern Denton counties. What you see here in this yellow polygon, the storm may not look like a whole lot, but it's putting down some big hail, upwards of golf ball size currently, just to the east of that freeway there. So again, right along 377 is where we are finding the biggest hail core right now, again corresponding to about 2-inch size hail. Brand new tornado warning has just been issued now for Denton and Collin County, and there you can see why we're seeing the red now showing up in the field of green. And that's what we were talking about over the last 30 to 45 minutes. Anna, I need you to be in your tornado safe place right now. 15 tornadoes now and counting, 16 if you include one over by the Houston area. I want to take you to the maps here and show you exactly what we're dealing with. I actually took this picture on my way to Dallas on Friday afternoon. I always say there's always a surprise, you know, whether it's colder than we expected or there's a little bit more wintry weather than we expected. And this go around, it appears that there's a little bit more wintry weather, a little bit more moisture than the models were picking up. On the way, both Saturday and Sunday coming up in your full forecast. I'll break down exactly when you can expect it in your neighborhood coming up right after the break. Morning, Miss Simmons. We're going to trade in the umbrella from yesterday for the sunglasses for today, shaping up to be much drier across the Houston area and hotter, with temperatures moving up into those mid-90s. A yard full of wonderful kids picking out their pumpkins as we get ready to gear up for Halloween. By the way, you guys, Keith and Brooke, who has the nicer pumpkin? I want to introduce you, Gustavo, real quick. Say hi.
Hi.
Okay, who has the prettier pumpkin? As we head into the coming weekend, rain showers are on the way. When you can expect them in your forecast coming up.
But it feels like 100 in some places.
Oh, not only does it feel like 100, it is 100 here in the city of Houston for the 4th time this week already. And you know, Mia, we actually have some people that the heat is beginning to affect a little bit, and here's the reason why. I ran a poll yesterday on my Twitter account. As the precipitation moves out Monday afternoon, those temperatures are still going to be extremely cold, and that means we are not going to see any melting whatsoever. That's important because all that ice and snow that we see on the ground is going to help drive these temperatures down to all-time record lows across the upper Texas coast. And you know, you could live in Houston 100 years and not see what we're about to experience as we head into Sunday and Monday. So again, you need to be in your place where you're going to ride out this storm as we head into 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. That is when that winter storm warning takes in effect. How cold are we talking? Historic, something I've never seen before in my life. I've been doing this for 13 years and nothing even close to what I'm seeing has ever occurred in Texas. 32 degrees as we head into tomorrow afternoon. We're talking about a 60% chance of precipitation moving in late in the forecast period. Icy roads becoming very dangerous as we head into the 5-6 o'clock time frame. We are tracking the freeze line this afternoon, what you see in the pink, and already we have temperatures at or below freezing from Bowie out towards Graham and now closing in on Breckenridge as well, where they are currently at 31 degrees. I want you to take a look behind me. We're standing on the front porch here at the KHOU 11 studios, and folks, we are about to flood here at the TV station. When I came in this morning about 2:30, you could see the water was completely gone. The roads were drivable. I can tell you now that if it wasn't for this brick wall, water would be lapping into the front office, into the reception area. The water is rising here at the TV station at about 1 foot per hour, and you can see it is still raining extremely heavy.
David, you were here for Tropical Storm Allison. You said that we flooded back then as well. How does this compare?
You know, you think back to Hurricane Harvey. Harvey was also a shell.
Right.
It was a tropical storm that had gone over the Yucatan and fallen apart.
Right.
And as it worked its way through the Gulf of Mexico, became a Category 4 hurricane, the conditions were ideal for Hurricane Harvey. The conditions were not ideal for Beryl until it was almost too late. Now, we did see that rapid deepening. The pressure went from 986 to 979 this morning, but it was already crossing over the land. So, had we had 12 more hours, we'd be looking at a very different hurricane and a different outcome. I would direct you to the year of 1886, and I would direct you to the year 2004. Both of those years have in common, the state of Texas was hit by 4 hurricanes in the same year. It also happened again in 2004. We had 4 hurricanes strike the state of Florida, 2 of which, Jean and Francis, hit almost at the exact same spot. So can Texas be hit again this year? It absolutely can.
Mathews is tracking the storm tonight. Hey, Blake.
Good evening, Ron. Yes, Tropical Storm Isaias has not strengthened much in the last hour or two. A very disorganized system. And the good news for Florida is that where you see the bright thunderstorms, the center of circulation is actually exposed just to the west. So all of the bad weather is actually to the east of the Florida coastline this evening. One of the reasons it is struggling so mightily is because of all this dry air that you see in the orange here.
Going to get warmer, David, or rather Blake Mathews in for David Paul. What can we expect?
Hey,
Blake?
you know what, Len? Call me what you want, just don't call me late for lunch, okay? That's the rule. Brett, it's obviously a complete catastrophe out here in southern Cook County. I want you to take a look at some of the damage around me, starting off with this piece of metal right here. Now, this is just one of several large pieces here strewn about at this particular gas station. One thing I want to point out, this looks like a hunk of metal, but it's actually one of the gas pumps here that was dislodged from the gas station. And if you follow that black cord there, you can see the pump right there laying on the ground. So obviously tremendous amounts of damage. Now, this tornado in southern Cook County was rated a strong EF2 tornado with winds of 135 miles per hour. To put that in perspective, a EF3 tornado begins at 136 miles per hour. So it really is splitting hairs here. This is a violent tornado on the verge of an EF3. And one word I really want to point out here is the word preliminary. We're talking about a lot of devastation here in North Texas, spanning across 3 counties, beginning in Cook County, crossing into Denton County, and ending over in Collin County. This is just one location of several that saw huge impacts here from this particular tornado. The others being Lake Ray Roberts Marina, where we have total devastation in that area as well. Also in northwest Collin County near Salina. I want to walk you through the sequence of events here as to what took place last night. This one lone supercell got its start in Montague County out there in the northwest parts of the viewing area out along the Red River. It was a lonesome storm, the only one in North Texas, but certainly a powerful storm, having all the ingredients to make of a very powerful tornado all to itself, not having to share it with other supercells in the area. It continued to move off to the east-southeast at about 40 miles per hour and strengthening as it did so, finally putting down a tornado here in Cook County. And it is unclear at this time whether that tornado was on the ground for 50-plus continuous miles or if there were multiple tornadoes that were dropped out of this particular supercell. That is something that the National Weather Service will continue to determine here over the course of the next couple of days. Obviously, they have a lot to sift through here, and there are some areas, according to the National Weather Service, that are inaccessible right now. So it's going to take another 24 to 48 hours to really understand exactly how strong this tornado was. Was it an EF3? Could it have made it to a low-end EF4? It really remains to be seen. Officially here, we do have a high-end EF2, but again, there is still a lot to comb through here, Brett. And of course, this is now 106 counties across the state that have seen disaster declarations this year.